They called me just a teller, as if that single small title could define me, as if the confines of that cramped counter, the endless counting of bills, and the polite smiles meant I would stay in my cage forever. My name is Helena Montez. I am 35 years old, and I am now a senior bank executive in one of the tallest towers in New York City. But before the marble floors and the skyline views, there were mornings when I would unlock the branch with frozen fingers, breathe in the stale scent of yesterday's coffee, and swallow every shred of pride to deal with people who thought I was invisible. I was invisible until I decided I was not. I kept my ambition hidden like a diamond in an unmarked vault. Outside, I was cordial, inoffensive, patient, the perfect teller. Inside, I was calculating every move, every opening. It began the day I realized my branch manager, Mr. Lowell, thought my ideas had no worth. He smiled that smug smile, told me promotions were based on good attendance and company spirit, not strategy. Yet he stole my proposal for a new savings product and tried to pass it off as his own. I did not fight him, not openly. I learned right then that revenge works best when seasoned and served cold. I started saving, not just money, but information, patterns in the transactions, whispers about local businesses, hints about who was expanding and who was drowning. But I did not stop at observation. Late at night, when everyone thought I was asleep, I studied. Economics, real estate trends, corporate law. It was like arming myself with invisible weapons. And then came the opportunity. The parent company decided to offload underperforming branches. To most people, our shabby little location was just a dying limb to be cut away. To me, it looked exactly like the key I had been waiting for. I quietly formed a holding company under a name no one in the bank recognized. By the time I submitted my offer, backed by a group of silent investors I had cultivated, the branch was mine. The moment I signed the purchase papers, feeling the crisp texture of legal documents under my fingertips, the air was electric and heavy with the scent of triumph. I was no longer anyone's subordinate. Mr. Lowell walked in the next Monday with his tie perfectly knotted and his arrogance intact, until I slid the next paper toward him. Termination letter, effective immediately. His jaw tightened, his lips curled as if he might speak, but there was nothing he could say. He left without shaking my hand. And I stood in that lobby, inhaling the warm scent that had replaced the dusty coffee smell. Fresh paint, polished floors, the smell of ownership. I rebuilt the branch. Modernized every system, and within a year, profits tripled. That was when the bank that once employed me approached with an offer to buy it back. I declined. Instead, I bought 3 more locations. Today, I sit at the top floor of a high-rise. Glass walls around me, the city spread out like a living map, each block representing a choice I have made. People look at me now and talk about luck, about talent, but they have no idea about the nights I spent driven by the memory of being dismissed as just a teller. If you love Helena's journey, like and subscribe to join her next chapter. Success tastes sweet, but the sweetness is sharpened by the bitterness of every lie, every slight, every underestimated glance I endured. I keep that memory alive because it reminds me to stay dangerous. My revenge was never about rage. It was about reclaiming my own worth without begging anyone's permission. I learned that you can be underestimated all you want, as long as you are building something in the shadows, something they cannot steal when the lights finally come up. And when that light hits your face, when everyone sees you for what you truly are, they will ask how it happened. You will simply smile, sip your coffee, and know they would not understand even if you told them. And if someone is tempted to call me just anything ever again, I will buy the ground they are standing on before they even finish the sentence. Join me in my next chapter because this is only the beginning.